Hey y'all, I'm back for part 9. So, where we left off is Gerald and I just trying to figure out our marriage. He has stopped drinking, he has stopped doing drugs, and we are trying to find out what life is like, just the two of us. We lost all of our friends, not because of them, because of us and the decisions that we had to make. It was a pretty lonely time, but also God isolates you to draw you nearer to Him. And we were isolated, but we were together. And so we were really working on our marriage. I had actually started massage therapy school, I think, I can't remember, I think in September before this all happened in December. And I was still working at Allstate, but going to massage therapy school on the weekends. It met every other weekend, and it was full days, 9 to 6, Saturday and Sunday, every other weekend. So I was continuing on with that. And with Gerald's work, they had to do like community stuff and volunteer stuff. So he actually, through the United Way, I think, started working at Toys for Tots in December. And before he had made this awful decision, he had been working with this lady named Jolissa from the Salvation Army doing Toys for Tots. And she was constantly talking to him about Jesus and how good he is. And Gerald just, had that conversations always in his head. And so after this happened, he was still volunteering with the Salvation Army and still meeting with Jalissa. And then in January, he comes home and says he has to tell me something again. And y'all, I have PTSD. My heart starts pumping. I already start to cry. I am so scared. He's like, no. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. I've just been nervous to tell you. And I'm like, what could you be so nervous to tell me about that's actually good? He was like, well, on the weekends, while you've been to massage therapy school on Sundays, I started going to church. And I was like, what? You've been going to church behind my back? That's the craziest thing to keep from me. He kept it from me because he was embarrassed and he felt new. He was just like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but he just wanted to see, am I going to keep up with this? I was like, well, what church? He was like, I've been going to the Salvation Army. I was like, what? Salvation Army's a church? I never knew that. I literally thought it was just a homeless volunteer organization. I had zero clue that it was an actual church. He was like, yeah. He was like, I'm going to church with homeless people, drug addicts, CEOs, executives. I was like, what? I got to go to this church with you. And so the next weekend I didn't have massage therapy school because, like I said, it was every other weekend. And I went to church with him, and everyone was so excited to finally meet me. I'm just like, I'm just hearing about all of you. I'm so excited to meet you too. So we start going to the church and really, really, really enjoying it. It was a very eclectic and neat group of people to start this journey with. And y'all, I'm just excited. I'm just ecstatic that my husband is going to church and he's leading. I literally was praying for that. I was like, Lord, if he's going to go to church, you have to make him do it. I never, ever in my wildest dreams thought that he would start going to church behind my back. That is so crazy. It was so cool. It was literally the perfect church for him to start going to and getting to know God, because he felt welcomed and accepted and loved on, and he had never really felt that before. So in February of 2005, we're at church, and I think it's a revival weekend. I can't really remember. But they start talking about knowing Jesus and accepting him and stuff like that. And I had not pushed Gerald at all to this. I was like, again, this is your journey. it has to be authentic and completely yours. This is not mine. I'm here to support you. And he's the pastor, actually they call him captains in the Salvation Army. Captain Gillum was talking about Jesus, and he's like, I feel like someone in this room is ready to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. And I'm not even thinking it's for Gerald, like, at all. And I'm just excited. I'm smiling. I cannot wait to see who it is. And I feel my husband beside me shaking. And I look at him, and he grabs the pew, and he stands up, and he is trembling. And he raises his hand. He stands up. He said, it's me. It's my turn. Everyone gasped because it was like really unexpected, because Gerald was like so new to this, but he had really been like